Greetings, everyone. My name is Haidar Indratno, and I'm an international business student from Bandung Institute of Technology, doing a double degree program at the University of Groningen. In this very pleasing opportunity, I would like to present my thesis finding on the topic of CSR in the context of developed and developing countries, with a thesis titled The Influence of Corporate Social Responsibility Certification on Consumer Acceptance in the Netherlands Market, a comparative study of companies from Indonesia and the Netherlands. Please feel free to access the presentation slide through the QR code or the link I've attached in the screen. I will divide this presentation into 8 parts: the introduction, literature review, theoretical framework, methodology, result, discussion, and finally conclusion and recommendations. Now let's talk about how important it is for companies to be responsible to society and the environment, especially when doing business around the world. We'll see why being responsible is good for businesses and how it helps companies stand out and do well in competitive markets. Globalization means companies from all over the world can sell their products worldwide, but as highlighted by Giddens and by Broda and Weinstein, the expanded product range accessible to consumers come at the price of intensified competition, especially for companies from places where the economy is still growing. In responding to these challenges, the role of corporate social responsibility emerges as a beacon of competitiveness, especially in developed markets. Being socially responsible is now the key to a business success. This commitment is increasingly recognized by consumers worldwide, who now, more than ever, prefer to support companies that reflect their values. Previous studies highlight how socially responsible behavior enhances product acceptance and fortifies consumer loyalty. As, as consumers care more about buying from responsible companies, having a special good company certification becomes important. Getting a CSR certification shows that the company is truly committed to being good for society and the environment. This makes consumers more likely to buy their product. It's about making sure the company actually match their values and what consumer cares about. Moving on, we've seen from past studies, like those by Sen and Bhattacharya in 2001 and Moore and Webb in 2005, that doing good things for society make people more likely to buy from a company. We also know that where a product comes from can make a big difference to consumers, as shown by researchers like Balabanis and Diamantopoulos and Laroche et al. However, there is a lack of research on how a CSR certification affects this relationship, especially in the Netherlands market. That's what leads to the research question of, does a company's possession of CSR certification significantly shape consumer acceptance in the Netherlands market, or do other factors such as the product country of origin exert a significant influence? In this research, 60 products from Indonesia and the Netherlands are compared to see if CSR certification matters for success in the Netherlands market. So moving on to the literature review, CSR is about companies doing more than just looking to make profit. They also focus on doing good things for people, society, and the planet. This includes investing in their workers, caring for the environment, and having good relationship with different groups like customers and the community. Studies like those by Sen and Bhattacharya and Warren Webb shows that when companies do good things, people are more likely to buy their product because they see these companies as caring and trustworthy. Now, let's talk about special recognition for companies called the CSR certification. This formal recognition is not handed out lightly. It is awarded to companies that meet stringent standards in their CSR initiative. It shows that companies meet certain standards for looking after the environment, treating workers well, and also being ethical. Having this certification can make a big difference. It helps companies stand out, build trust with consumers, and can be even the key to entering new markets successfully. It's not just about being seen as a good company, it's about proving it with action that are recognized and certified. Consumer acceptance refers to how open or ready people are to buy and use a new product or services. It's crucial for a product success in the new market. What people think about a company's CSR effort, the quality of the product, and their own beliefs can all influence whether they'll accept a new product. Aligning what a company offers with what people want can make a big difference in how well a product does in the new market. Country of origin effect refers to where a company's product come from. and can really affect what people think about it. Sometimes consumers might prefer a product from their own country because of loyalty and patriotism or their belief that these products are of a higher quality. However, these biases can uh, against products from other countries can be a challenge. Managing this perception is important for companies looking to sell their products in different countries. Moving on to the theoretical framework, CSR certification and consumer acceptance, research by previously stated Sen and Bhattacharya shows that people like buying products from companies that do good initiatives for society. Metten and Moon in 2008 talk about how important it is for companies to make sure their good deeds match what consumers care about, especially in places like the Netherlands, where people think about ethics when they shop. We think that when companies show they have a high level of CSR certification, more consumers will accept and want to buy their products. Research by Marco Lajara and others in 2021 and the studies from Peterson and Jolibert in 1995 suggests that people might react differently to this good company certification depending on the product's country of origin. For example, products originating from Netherlands might be seen more positively than those originating from Indonesia. This doesn't mean one is better than the other, it's just about people perception and biases. Conceptual model was constructed with the CSR certification being the independent variable and consumer acceptance being the dependent variable. The relationship is hypothesized under hypothesis 1, which is firm high level of product CSR certification will lead to increased consumer acceptance in the Netherlands market. Two moderating variables exist, which are the country of origin Netherlands and country of origin Indonesia. With hypothesis 2, firms originating from Netherlands will positively affect the relationship between CSR certification and consumer acceptance. And hypothesis 3, firms originating from Indonesia will negatively affect the relationship between CSR certification and consumer acceptance. In our study, we gathered data through online survey to understand how people feel about products from the Netherlands and Indonesia that has a high level of CSR certification. We made sure our survey reached a broad range of participants, picking participants from different groups, and we used SPSS to analyze the data to see how these high CSR certification affect where people would like to buy these products. And we also look at whether it matters to people where the products are originating. And the variables is CSR certification, customer acceptance, and country of origin. And then moving on, this is the fictitious product that is made. Both have same high level of CSR certification, but originating from two different countries. And moving on to the result, in the study, we end up with 200 responses that are eligible to be used. These were respondents currently living in the Netherlands or who have lived there in the past 6 months. The participants were randomized into two groups, each evaluating surveys for products originating from an Indonesian firm and a Netherlands firm. Majority of participants fell within the 18 until 21 age group. The majority gender that participate in the survey is men, 56.5%, a bigger portion than women at 42%. And the rest is they prefer not to say what their gender is. So moving on to the hypothesis testing. For the first hypothesis, from high level of product certification will lead to increased consumer acceptance in the Netherlands market. It is statistically evident that consumers do prefer products from companies that are certified as socially responsible. This means that if a company is recognized for its CSR initiatives, its products are more likely to gain consumer acceptance. We also look at whether being a Dutch company and being native to the market made a difference. It turns out, not really. The certification was still the main thing consumers preferred to buy. And for Indonesian companies, we found something surprising. Instead of being perceived negatively, their products were just as welcome as the Dutch ones when they have a high level of CSR certification. This goes to show in the Netherlands, consumer values companies that take their social responsibility seriously no matter where they're from. Now, the discussion about what has been found in the study is that we saw companies with high level of CSR certification are more likely to be accepted by consumers. This is a crucial aspect because it shows that being certified and recognized for doing good things for society and the environment make consumer more likely to choose your product. We also look at whether it matters or where a product comes from. This study acknowledged that the product country of origin is important, but interestingly, doesn't change how much people value CSR certification. This means that in the Netherlands, no matter where the product is from, if it has a high CSR certification, it's viewed positively by consumers. So we come up and finally the conclusion and recommendation. In conclusion, our study highlights the power of CSR certification in the Netherlands, a market where consumers really care about social responsibility. We found that the positive effect of having a CSR certification are the same for products from Indonesia and Netherlands and anywhere else. This tells us that in the Netherlands, what really matters to consumers is that a company are making a positive impact on the society and environment. So, what would a company do with this information? First, getting high level of CSR certification should be a top priority for companies wanting to succeed in the Netherlands. The certification is the key to winning over consumers. Second, companies need to make sure they are communicating their CSR efforts well. It doesn't matter where the products come from. What matters is that consumers understand and appreciate the company's commitment to CSR. However, future research is needed to perfect this research. Future studies could look into how different groups of consumers see and perceive CSR and how it works in different industries and should use bigger and more varied group of people to get even clearer insight. Okay, so thank you everyone for participating and paying attention. It's been a pleasure to share my findings with you, and I hope that you find this discussion insightful and helpful. Have a good day.